have a platinum Urien, it looks like, against Cebman's Grandmaster Birdie. It's really no doubt who Cebman's going to be playing. Durzo, I haven't seen him play too much of this recently. I've heard of him messing around with Urien every now and then, but
Urien.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just kind of see how things progress. I'm just gonna update the scores real quick. We got Cebman on the player 2 side, Durzo on the player 1 side. Now Durzo has some very, very stiff competition ahead of him. Cebman is a very notable player in the Ohio FGC, one of the many participants of the Cleveland team for Amateur Street Fighter League. If I recall correctly, he won the qualifier in
Equalizer 2.
At Equalizer 2, which was in Toledo. Well, let's see how Durzo kind of holds his own here. They're fairly even in regards to life, and Durzo actually is able to like generate a bit of a life lead for himself. So Cebman attempts to try and control neutral with the can. Able to like armor through some of Uriens.
Durzo was playing Birdie, so it's kind of interesting to see him play Urien.
It is actually pretty interesting. So Durzo probably a little bit familiar with some of Birdie's like intricacies. Cebman playing what appears to be just the default combination for Birdie, so this is probably something that Durzo is probably most familiar with. Cebman just maintaining very solid control over the neutral space and was able to cleanly take round 1. Durzo like steadily adapting. It's a very bad decision on his part to try and jump in. Birdie's crouching medium punch, although it did get nerfed in this most recent patch, is still a very, very solid and consistent anti-air. Durzo attempting to try and open up space with the knee drops. Taco in there. Cebman getting a very solid confirm headbutt into CA. It's not gonna do enough damage to kill, but does set him up for a very solid situation. He can easily clean up this last round. Durzo has V-Trigger 1 on deck, manages to block the slide, doesn't quite get, oh, he manages to get the confirm into Aegis, but doesn't quite get maximum amount of damage off of it. Grabs Cebman out of the V reversal, tries to back up, make a little bit more space. Durzo has to play this extremely patient. Probably can't even afford to get a V-Skill 2 charge in. Cebman trying to create some sort of pressure, approaching with the can and the chain. Trying to catch Durzo, just doing a lot of risky options. But Durzo doing very solidly, trying to make sure that he doesn't go down easily. Cebman building up pressure again with the VT1 and just goes in with the EX headbutt. And Cebman is going to take game 1. A very solid performance by Durzo for the first game, especially against a player of Cebman's caliber. So let's see how Durzo makes a response to this.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, raw headbutt at the start, which is a very risky option. Fortunately, Cebman doesn't quite get the punish on his part. Durzo appears to kind of be...
Did you get the score for Guru and Gracie?
I did not get that yet. Durzo whiff headbutt to like close the gap a little bit. Stand heavy kick. Durzo doing a lot of dancing in and out of the neutral space, making use of Urien's really solid dash up tools. Does headbutt into EX headbutt, manages to catch Cebman off guard, and the overhead kick to catch the EX headbutt. Cebman is able to find a bit of pressure, or like a bit of a gap in Durzo's pressure. Throws him into the corner. Unfortunately, whiffs a stand roundhouse, and Durzo's able to clean it up with an EX headbutt conversion into tackle.
Round 2. Fight.
Durzo showing a little bit of life. Ooh, gets anti-aired by the crouching medium punch. Durzo playing it a little bit more aggressive in the opening stretch of this round. Starting to get a little more risky with the options that he's throwing out. See Durzo trying to play it aggressive, but also being extremely patient. This is not a player that you want to make mistakes in front of. Cebman is one who will capitalize on them and penalize you for them very deeply. So Durzo gets a raw Aegis confirmation and cleans up the round very convincingly. So Durzo bringing this game to 1-1.
Huh.
Just gonna take this out of studio mode real quick. Makes it a little bit easier for me to keep up with things, so that way I don't forget the transition.
Talk to me in chat, pal, not voice chat. What about it?
So we got these two currently going at it.
If you lose and you want to switch characters,
I'm gonna mute Corey real quick. We got these two kind of going at it. Durzo got Cebman into the corner. He's kind of throwing out buttons. Oh, Durzo's knee drop manages to avoid Cebman's EX headbutt attempt, but it kind of reset the neutral for both of them, which has currently put Cebman in a really good position. Doesn't get a conversion off of the VT1 activation, but is able to steadily clean it up. And Cebman takes round 1 of the last game. He's currently on set point to move on into winners round 3. So Durzo making a very solid performance so far. Let's see if he can try and clean things up. Make a little bit of a comeback for himself. He won the last 2 rounds of the second game very convincingly. So let's see if he can like make another clean 2-round straight performance. At this point, he's getting. Durzo's success rate on the EX headbutts has been really high on Oki. On Wake Up, rather. Okay, man, landing the overhead kick. Doesn't quite land the dolphin dive, but does land the EX bullhorn. So now Cebman has a very comparable life lead. He can really just wait it out for like the remaining couple seconds of the game and not even have to like stress too much about what Durzo could potentially do. But it's not over for Durzo just yet. He does still have V-Trigger on deck. He doesn't quite catch him in the Aegis, but he's able to just get him with the, like, normal light chain and throws him against the back wall. Cebman taking the set over Durzo 2-1. Very solid performance by Durzo, taking on one of the best players in Ohio.
It's go